Hello, my name is Aiden, and today I'll be giving my presentation on my mammalogy project. The purpose of this presentation is to compare the effects of climate change on populations of species living in northern ranges compared to populations living in southern ranges. Climate change creates warmer temperatures that increases rainfall, which can cause population numbers to decline. My hypothesis is that populations of mammals living in northern ranges are decreasing compared to populations in southern ranges. In this presentation, I'll be comparing southern and northern populations of large mammals. Specifically, I'll be looking at moose, elk, American black bear, and white-tailed deer. I use collected data from camera traps to create graphs and maps to accurately represent this data. First up, we have the American black bear, and this graph represents black bear detection rate from the years 2018 to 2022. As you can see here, in the north, populations have been a slight decrease from the years 2018 to 2022, while populations in the south have had a significant increase over the same years. Here's a map showing the detection rates based on the data from the graph. As you can see here, the red indicates earlier years, while the blue indicates more recent years. And then you see up north, it's mainly red bubbles, while in the south, such as here and here, it's more blue bubbles. And in some of these little pockets, it can be hard to see because of the size of the map, but there's more blue than red. But up here, it's mainly red, except for this little pocket right here. Next, we have the elk detection rates. And as you can see here, the northern populations of elk have been decreasing significantly since the years from 2018 to 2022. And then in the middle latitudes, they've been on a slight increase actually. As you can see, here's the map to go with that data. And there's except for this big blue pocket right here, most of the circles up north are red, with the occasional blue every now and then. But there's a gigantic blue pocket here in Southern California, and then in Texas, some of these pockets are blue. There's a little blue pocket right there and there. So most of these are red up north, which means they were seen previous years, and in the south, there's more blue, and which indicates that they've been seen more in recent years. Up next, we have the moose, which, as you can see, it's not a significant decline, but it still is in the northern latitudes. The populations have been decreasing in the years 2018 to 2022, and in the middle latitudes, they have been increasing a little bit. And here's the map to go with it. Some of these data points, I compared the map to elk populations because I did not think that there were moose this southern, and I believe that a lot of these data points are the same as the elk map. I believe some of these are misidentification, but up north, the points are different than the elk. So I'm just using most of these northern points, and as you can see, they're mostly red, which indicates they were seen a couple of years ago and not very recently, except for this little blue pocket up here and this one in Wyoming. But most of these are pretty old data points. And last up, we have the white-tailed deer, which, as you can see, the northern populations have been decreasing slightly, but so have the southern ones. So this is an interesting source of data because they've actually been decreasing all over the place. But when you think of white-tailed deer, you think of a population that is increasing. But according to the detection rate from these camera traps, they have been decreasing. And then here's the map to go along with that. This data is varied compared to the other ones, but as you can see here, more in the south, there's a lot of blue, circles, whereas compared to the north, there's one, two, three, four, but in the south, there's significantly more blue circles than just red, whereas seen up north. In conclusion, the data we have supports our hypothesis that northern population of large mammals are decreasing due to climate change. That is my presentation. Thank you.